Boom, how's it going and welcome to Ask a TJ. And in today's video, I'm going to be answering a question from you, one of our viewers. Does Airbnb allow Zimbabweans to register? My name is TJ, it's great having you here. I am going to start in and talking about this question here because I think there is a number of ways in which I can be able to answer this question, and especially for the fact that this particular person didn't elaborate a little bit further on what do they mean by registering, because there's around about 2 ways in which you can do it. But without wasting time, let me jump into it. The question again is, does Airbnb allow Zimbabwean to register? Well, the first thing that we want to answer here is, what is Airbnb? Yeah, because some of us, we probably don't know what it's all about. But if you don't know, let me give you the down low of what Airbnb is all about. So if you're in property, you will do what is called rentals, right? So you can buy your property and then you can rent it out. That's the first thing. So normally a lot of people, they would rent out the property on a long term, like let's say for a year, 2 years, 3 years. But recently there are many platforms, online platforms, who have literally come up. They don't own any properties, but they've got a platform. And within this platform, what they have done is they have said, hey, if you own a property, bring through your property onto our platform, and then we have a whole lot of customers. So if you register your platform, if you register your property on our platform, this is Airbnb. But by the way, there are so many of these Airbnbs, right? They've got so many different names. What is the umbrella name? They are called, or they've defined themselves as short-term rental platforms. So there's Slap Laka. By the way, shout out to the guys at Slap Laka. Their advert about kids, it really it killed me. But if you don't know that advert, go and check it out. Yeah, it's just amazing. I like it. But we're talking here about, does Airbnb allow a Zimbabwean to register? So now that we understand what this platform is all about, so basically someone who's got a property, there's a platform, you register your property and they provide customers to you. So who are the 2 people that can register on Airbnb? It's basically 2 people. It is the hosts. So Airbnb classifies a person who is going to register on their platform to be a host. Yes, host. So you have a property, you put it on Airbnb. So for that reason, you become the host. You're hosting your customers. Makes sense, isn't it? Okay. So who can then register? I like Airbnb. They are all about, they pioneered this whole idea of giving your customers an experience. So who are you? What experience do you have, right? Life experiences, yeah, right? What is amazing about you? What is amazing about your property? And you can definitely put all of that onto Airbnb. So the question there that this person is asked is, does Airbnb allow Zimbabweans to register? So if you're wanting to become a host, the short answer is yes, you can. Because you need to have access to a property. So if you've got access to a property, it basically means that you can register on Airbnb, irrespective of who you are. They don't discriminate. All right. The second person here that can also register on Airbnb, remember I'm answering the question, does Airbnb allow Zimbabwean to register? Because this person here didn't give us whether they're a customer or they have a property. So I'm trying to answer from both ends. So if you're a customer, right, you are looking for a property. So remember, there is the platform. I am the platform. I am Airbnb. You've got your properties, you register them in here. So Airbnb has already said they have customers. So in this case, you're the customer. Can you register on Airbnb as a customer so that you can come to Airbnb and look at all these properties? The answer is yes. Irrespective of who you are, Airbnb will obviously give you the services, but they will also trigger you. They want obviously your ID to identify you, so that you need to register all of that. But I've seen or I've heard people that have been banned from Airbnb, but doesn't necessarily mean that being a Zimbabwean can make you banned. It is not understanding or not following the rules and regulations of Airbnb that can make you banned, just like you're a host, just like you're a customer. Now, the other question that I also wanted to answer, I know that the viewer just asked this particular question, but why would you want to register on Airbnb? Well, if you're a host, or if you're wanting to register as a host, then this answer that we want to answer here is maybe you want to do it to earn some more money in your pocket, isn't? Yes. So because Airbnb allows you to register on their platform, thus giving you customers on your short rental, so you don't have to have like a mansion, you can have a spare room, and within that spare room you can rent it out, and for that reason you can then be able to collect money from your customers. It makes sense, isn't it? So for that reason, as a host, that's how you're going to start making money. It might be a full house, a 3-bedroom house. It might be a full house with a garage. It might be a cave. I've seen caves. It might be a trailer. For as long as it's going to create or give an experience to your customers, then yes, on Airbnb, you can be able to register and start making money. The other question that I thought maybe you might also want to ask is it profitable? Yes, it is profitable. And no, it's not profitable. I'm going to come back to no, but let me start off with yes. Yes, it is profitable because remember, you can charge for the experience that you're giving. You can now be able to charge for whatever fee that you are giving the experience. So let's say, remember, this is a business. So is there demand? And if there is demand, then great, you're going to charge. If there is more demand, what are you going to charge? You're going to charge a arm and a leg, isn't it? Because you're the only one who's giving this experience. Why did I say you may not be able to make money? Again, in business, you're going to make money and you're going to not make money. It's a business, supply and demand. So let's take an example. A lot of people, they do Airbnb in these kind of like vocational areas or places of interest where people would go into. So if it is off season, maybe you may not be making money. But I also want to stress the fact that if you're not able to learn how Airbnb works, you may also not make money because you don't know how it works. So it is best for you to go and learn how Airbnb works. I always say to people, whatever that you're wanting to do, learn first how it works and then start small, right? And then once you start getting to understand it, grow fast and learn some more. Yep, that's the bottom line of it. Then the last thing that I want to speak to is that optimize your listing. What do I mean by that? Once you have registered your property, there is thousands of other people that are also registering on the same platform. So how are you going to make sure that your property, if others are charging 500 Rand a room, and there is one or two other people that are charging 1,000 for the same maybe room, or maybe a different one with a different je ne sais quoi, how is that possible? Well, the bottom line is that they are learning how to optimize that. And again, the key word is learning. So I hope that the viewers out there at home, I have been able to answer the question, does Airbnb allow Zimbabwean to register? Whether you are whether you're a Zimbabwean in Zimbabwe, you're allowed to register as a host and as a customer. Whether you are a Zimbabwean living in a different country, you're also allowed. Or maybe, well, they didn't tell us what Zimbabwean they are from, so it doesn't really matter. But the bottom line is, the answer is yes. I hope that I've been able to answer your question. And by the way, if you are liking this, let us know, hit us with a like and let us know whether this has been valuable to you. And if you do have any other comments in the comments. Let me know what those comments are, and maybe you've had a different experience as a Zimbabwean on Airbnb. But for now, thanks very much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and even share this information to someone else who might be wondering or have a similar question. Or maybe you can as well ask the question, and on my next video, you'll be the one I'll be responding to. It is I, your boy, TJ. We will check you out on the next video.